got Star in the building, so man, you know it's a fit. Started out on the corner, I'm a young Carrie Kittles, hitting nothing but net. I deserve some respect. Topic of the conversation, dog, I feel like the best. Who won one-on-one? I'm Harry Allen putting numbers up. Got the town jumping cause I'm next to you, a runner-up. Do it to the death, don't forget to get a drum or something. Dewan Wagner in his prime, how I'm coming up. Spotting up like Rasheed Wallace. On my three.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Norristown Area High School for tonight's basketball game between the Flying Cardinals of Upper Dublin and the Norristown Eagles. Along with me is Frank Winkle. My name is Neil Schaefer, sitting in for Jim Nelson, who is battling flu and other symptoms that have put him out of commission for a bit. And tonight we see the Eagles take on the Flying Cardinals from Upper Dublin. Frank, what's the significance of the game?
Well, Neil, the Eagles are coming off two very impressive wins. Probably they're playing the best basketball they've played all season. Now, I'm tempted to say maybe they finally gelled. They beat Abington at Abington, a game, frankly, I thought they might lose since Abington almost beat them here. And they scored 90 points against Central Bucks West right after that. So it looks like maybe they have gelled. And tonight's game will tell us if they really have. Upper Dublin has a better record than the Eagles. Upper Dublin has won their division also. However, their record is very suspect because most people think they are in the weakest division. The teams in their division have lost to the teams in the other division. So they're very suspect as far as their record goes. But tonight I think we will see. Have the Eagles really gelled, or are they still going to be up and down, up and down?
This is a tune-up for the Eagles for the playoffs. We look over the lineup, we see one person missing, Jason Griffin. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I don't know why he's out tonight, but hopefully he'll be ready for Friday night when we start the playoffs against Glen Mills. Glen Mills is not as good as they normally are. Norristown is a 7th seed in the playoffs. Glen Mills is a 26th seed. And we hope you fans will be out here Friday night, the 17th, to see the Glen Mills game.
Okay, thank you, Frank. We'll be back with the beginning of the game right after this. Voice of the Eagles, Frank Winkle and Neil Schaefer back here at Norristown Area High School in the starting lineups for the Upper Dublin Flying Cardinals. Starting for them is senior captain Ben Altman. He's a 5'10 guard. Rich Rivers, the other captain, he's a senior, 6'4 forward. Paul Rudalavich, a 6'2 center. He's also a senior. Steve Rogers, a junior, 6'4", he's a forward. And Jermaine Martin, sophomore guard, standing 5'9". For the home Norristown Eagles, starting at one guard, a 6'2 sophomore, number 40, Lofton Thompson. At the other guard, number 44, a junior, Jim Lever. At center, a 6'4" senior, number 42, Mike Starling. The forwards, number 45, James Lopp, who's a senior, standing 6'3", and the other forward will be Scott Nealman, standing 6'8", a senior, wearing number 55. Frank, do you have a word on the cheerleaders?
Well, we're going to have a battle of the cheerleaders tonight, and here come the Norristown cheerleaders. And I assume that shortly they'll be singing the national anthem. As we said earlier, Jim Nelson is sick tonight. He's been home a few days. We wish him well.
On the floor are two suburban champions. The Flying Cardinals of Upper Dublin.
As the announcer is saying, both teams tonight are the champions in their respective leagues. Upper Dublin won their league. Norristown won their league.
Number 22, Steve Rogers.
And here comes the starting team for the Cardinals.
Cardinals will be wearing red tonight with a white trim in fitting tribute to St. Valentine's Day, with the Eagles in the blue and white traditional Norristown colors. We should say that the Flying Cardinals are coached by Jeff Huddleston.
And here comes the Flying Cardinal out on the floor.
There he is, right from St. Louis. Assistant coaches for the Upper Dublin Cardinals are Tom Barlow and Bruce Schmidt. Of course, the coaches for the Eagles, Tom McGee is the head coach, John Ponton, Dean Behrens and Nick Rotundo are the assistant coaches. Now the starting line is for the Norristown Eagles.
Well, Neil's our play-by-play man tonight. Neil Schaefer usually does our stats, and we're waiting for our statistician who recently played in the JV game.
I think he's stalled in the locker room. He's doing interviews in the locker room.
He better hurry up and take that shower.
That's right.
Number 45, James Lott. Number 55, Scott Nealman. Number 44, Jim Lever. And number 40, Lofton Thompson. Good luck to you.
This should be a pretty tough game tonight. I don't think anybody should run away with it. As I said earlier in the pregame show, though, Upper Dublin was probably in the weakest division in the Suburban One.
On the floor for the Eagles right now, the starters James Lott, Mike Starling, Lofton Thompson, Jim Lever, and Scott Nealman. A rather tall starting lineup for the Eagles. As the Cardinals come on the floor, they also have a couple of twin towers out there.
It looks like a pretty evenly matched game as far as height goes.
It'll be Starling jumping against Rich Rivers, the captain for the Cardinals. And the Eagles win the tap. It's Nealman over to Lofton Thompson. Jim Lever controlling for the Eagles. Lever to Lofton Thompson. Thompson looks around for an open man, goes to Starling around the top of the key. Starling back to Lever, pulls up for three. No good. Rebound, Upper Dublin's Steve Rogers. Head to Rich Rivers. Over to Captain Ben Altman, back to Rivers. Into the corner. Shot's no good. Rebound, Upper Dublin. Up for two. Another one in and out. Scott Nealman with the rebound for the Eagles. Lever controls over to Lofton Thompson. Thompson pulling up for three. He sinks it. His first 3 points of the game, and the Eagles take a 3-0 lead with 7:09.
Eagles playing a zone, and Upper Dublin seems to be playing a zone.
Cardinals in the passing game. Altman with the ball. Martin with a shot, it's no good. Lever gets the rebound, ahead to James Lott. Lott with a slam, and he misses it. Rogers takes the ball up the side of the court for the Cardinals.
And Coach Tom McGee with his head goes down on that attempted dunk. And Lott better hope we don't lose this game by 1 point.
That's right. Backcourt violation called on the Cardinals. Eagles take over. Thompson into Lever. Lever dribbling at the point, over to James Lott. Lott way outside three-pointer, misses. Rebound, Upper Dublin, and Lott will be called for the foul. It's the first one on Lott. Eagles first.
Eagles going to full court.
Full court pressure by the Eagles. Upper Dublin breaks it easily. Rivers with the ball. Over to Altman. Fakes the three, goes inside. Shot's no good. Lofton Thompson with a rebound, ahead to James Lever. Lever puts up a shot, doesn't get anything. Locke with the rebound. Over to Lever. Lever into Starling. Looks, and he seems to be fouled by number 21, Rich Rivers. That's his first, Upper Dublin's first.
Substitute coming in for Upper Dublin. Number 12,
Chris Miller. Starling at the line for two. Starling misses the first one. He makes the second one, and the Eagles take a 5-0 lead.
Eagles still using full court pressure.
Altman with the ball. That's number 13, Paul Rudalavich with 2. Lofton Thompson with a 3-pointer, and he misses. Rebound Upper Dublin. Lever breaking it up. Rich Rivers with the ball. Lever with some tough D. Altman over to Rivers. Fakes the 3, goes in, takes a 2-pointer. Rebound James Lopp, but he's out of bounds. It'll be Upper Dublin's ball.
Both teams scrapping under the boards there. Upper Dublin's not yielding anything.
Seems that Norristown's just a bit quicker than Upper Dublin, but haven't been able to convert at the basket. Altman with the ball. Over to River. Alley-oop inside. Nealman with the block. He'll be called with a foul.
I thought it was a good block, but apparently the ref saw some body contact.
It looked like all ball, but that'll be Scott Nealman's first foul.
We're still struggling here without a statistician, trying to keep something here.
Rogers to shoot 2 for the Cardinals. Misses the first one. But he makes the second, and the Cardinals pull within 1, 4-3, Norristown. Lopp with the ball, he's fouled by Altman.
That's one of those fouls I don't know why someone makes. There was no need to do that.
A wasted foul he'll probably regret later. Lofton into Lever. Back to Lever. Over to Thompson. Fakes the 3. Drives. Shot no good. Nealman fumbling for the ball. Off-White going to Upper Dublin.
Upper Dublin playing a floating zone very similar to what Villanova plays.
That's River from the side. No good. Roger with a rebound. There's Rogers again. Takes a shot. Misses again. Controlled by Lever for the Eagles. Lever into Nealman. Wide open. Nealman for 2. Altman brings the ball up for the Cardinals. Over to Rogers. Roger to Altman. Altman to Meller. Back to Altman. To Meller for 3. It's no good. Rebound Jim Lever. Lever controls the ball. Fakes the Lopp over to Thompson. Thompson puts it up for 2. That's 5 points for Lofton Thompson as the Eagles start the action and take an 8-3 lead. Rivers over to Meller, almost broken up. Broken up by Lopp over to Lever. Lever looks to Lopp. Lopp drives, another 2 points for James Lopp. And Eagles lead 10-3. Everything going Eagles right now. Meller over to Altman. Altman inside to Rudalavich. Rudalavich broken up. Starling takes it to Lever. Lever controls the ball up for the Eagles. Over to James Lopp for 3. Nothing there. Nealman with a rebound. And the follow-up, good for 2 more points. Scott Nealman, 4 on the night.
And as
Upper Dublin calls timeout, Frank.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call timeout sooner. And here come the Upper Dublin cheerleaders with the Flying Cardinal. Here he's coming over to us, the Flying Cardinal.
All the way from St. Louis. No baseball, so he's come here to Upper Dublin to root them on. Right now, the Upper Dublin Cardinals look flat, and Norristown taking advantage of every situation on a scoring drive here that yielded 7 straight points. Right now, it looks like it's all Eagles as Upper Dublin calls timeout.
And they're the Cardinal cheerleaders. You know, we used to have a flying eagle come to our games, but I don't know where he's been lately.
I think he's having his wings clipped right now.
Is that what it is?
I think he's.
He doesn't come out in the cold.
That's right. It's only a warm-weathered bird.
Yes, he's gone south for the winter.
Upper Dublin will have the ball underneath the basket. Altman will inbound to number 23, Jermaine Martin.
And the Eagles back off from the full court pressure, playing what looks like a 1-2-2 zone.
With Lopp in the middle. Rivers driving baseline over to Meller. No good. Nealman.
Jump ball. Good call by the official.
No one really had possession. They called the jump ball to go to Upper Dublin. Altman will inbounds. Altman high to Jermaine Martin. Martin controls over to Rivers. Rivers pulls up for three. The shot is good. And Upper Dublin breaks into the scoring. Once again, it's 12-6. Lopp with an easy
nice
2 points. Looks like he was made to make that shot. Altman inbounds to Jermaine Martin. The Cardinals come back up the court. Martin with the ball over to Rivers again for three. He sinks another one. Rich Rivers, 2 3-pointers in a row. The senior captain for the Cardinals. Lever controls for the Eagles. Over to James Lopp. Lopp cross court to Lever. Going baseline. Out to Starling. Starling misses, gets his own rebound. Another jump ball. This one goes to the Eagles.
It was a great pass by Lever to Starling on that play.
As you said before the game, Frank, it's all passing. That's what the game really comes down to. Who can pass the ball the best? It's not dribbling, it's passing. Lever with a 3-pointer, no good. Off the top of the backboard, it'll go to Upper Dublin.
And those 2 3-pointers have a way of making the game a lot closer.
Martin controls the ball over to Altman. Meller loses the ball. Lofton Thompson controls. 3-on-2. Lopp in and out. Lopp gets his own rebound, goes back up, and he's fouled.
The Eagles have a good transition game going here.
The foul will be on Ruda Lavage.
Now, Altman for Upper Dublin is wearing what looks like a very heavy arm brace. I don't know how he can play in it.
Lopp at the free throw line makes the first one. And he makes the second. Altman brings it up for the Cardinals over to Martin. Martin to Altman. Back to Martin. Up for the three again. Bomber didn't even get close. Starling with the rebound. Starling over to Lofton Thompson. Lever controls. Goes all the way with it. Misses. Nealman the rebound, but Lever takes control. Dishes back to Nealman, but it's intercepted by Altman. And now intercepted by Lofton Thompson and taken away by Jermaine Martin. A little give and take going on here. Martin to Altman. To Rogers. Rogers pass is intercepted by Lever, spins. Alley-oop to Lopp, it's no good. Starling gains the rebound, and he's fouled. And the fans getting a little riled up here at Norristown. They like what they see.
The Eagles trying to pick up the intensity a little bit, and that's what was lacking in some of the games about 2 weeks ago. The Eagles just didn't seem intense enough out there.
That's Ruda Lavage's second foul. And Starling will go to the line.
Our statistician still hasn't shown up yet.
And I'll tell you, Frank, this is quite difficult to do this.
I know. Hey, we won't be able to rely on the accuracy of our stats this game, I'll tell you that.
It's hard to keep your eye on the game, your mind on the names, and your pen on the paper. Starling missed the first. He has the second coming to him. The second one is good. It's 2 points for Starling as
the Eagles make a substitution here. Ty Crutchfield coming in.
Comes in for James Lopp. As Eagles lead 17-9 with just about a minute to go. Martin to Altman. Martin controls, over to Altman again. Altman to Martin, to Rivers in the corner. He drives baseline, doesn't get the shot. Nealman with the rebound, but he steps on the line. It'll be Upper Dublin ball.
Upper Dublin trying desperately to get that ball inside, but having a lot of trouble doing it. I don't think they want to live and die with that three-point shot.
And the Cardinals trying to get inside by going baseline, and I'm sure Tom McGee would agree that you always want to cut off that baseline. It's too easy of a shot for
Dario
the
Ray
shooter.
coming in the game.
Altman passes to Rudalavich. He loses the handle on it. It'll go over to the Eagles. 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 17-9 Eagles.
And Tom McGee giving the signal. He doesn't want to go for one shot. He wants to keep the game moving.
Lever controlling the ball for the Eagles. Crutchfield and Thompson back to join him. Lever showing off his dribbling skills. Looks to Crutchfield, back to Thompson. Thompson holds the ball, over to Ty Crutchfield. Crutchfield dribbles, back to Thompson. Thompson looks at the clock, waits. Over to Jim Lever. With 10 seconds, Lever starts the motion. Crutchfield open. Lever takes it himself. In and out. Rebound Starling going for
Another
a jump ball. That'll go Upper Dublin's way. Wasted opportunity there by the Eagles. Stalled there a little bit and it turned against them with 1.8 seconds to go.
Which was strange because McGee didn't call for one shot.
Upper Dublin doesn't get the shot off.
The
and it's the
quarter
end
ends.
of the first quarter. Frank, score?
17-9, Norristown. And I think that's the most jump balls per quarter we've seen this year.
Right, that's about 4 so far. For Upper Dublin, if Rich Rivers wouldn't have sank those 2 3-pointers, it would be a blowout. As it is, it's still a lead by 8, but not a runaway yet.
Rivers has 6 of the 9 points, Altman 2, and Rogers 1.
For the Eagles, James Lopp has 6 points, and Lofton Thompson has 5.
I'll tell you, the rest of the statistics, I wouldn't want to swear on, I'll tell you that.
Assists, shots, and any free throw percentages are out for this game.
I think our statistician must have ran into his girlfriend, and it being Valentine's Day, it wasn't a hard choice for him to make.
Either that or he's doing his homework, which we hope he is.
The admission will be $3 per person. The student or adult. All tickets will be $3.
Upper Dublin having trouble offensively. They're desperately trying to get the ball inside, having trouble doing it. And they sure don't want to make the game right on making nothing but 3-point shots.
Eagles with the ball. Lever brings it in. Thompson, Crutchfield, Lopp, and Starling on the floor for the Eagles. Crutchfield back to Lever, almost intercepted by Altman. Lever loses the handle on it. Altman dogging him. Intercepted by Meller. Back to Lever, over to Starling, driving, no good. Rebound, Lofton Thompson, alley-oop around.
Nice shot by
he
Lofton
gets it.
Thompson.
Thompson was 7 on the night as Altman controls the ball for the Cardinals. Over to Meller, Rich Rivers. Rivers takes it, shoots for 2, misses. Rebound, Upper Dublin, back to Meller. Rogers controls. Altman drives a little bit, slides the foot, gets away with a
He got
travel.
away with sliding his foot there.
Rich Rivers fouled.
Is that a foul on a 3-point shot? Or are we going to see one of those famous...
I don't know.
Is he going to get 3 shots or 2?
I don't know. The foul was on Ty Crutchfield. It's his first foul.
I've already missed all the assists and the turnovers.
He is going to get 3 free throws. It was a 3-pointer. He makes the first one. Rivers on the second. Makes the second. We've got one more. Rare occurrence, a foul on a 3-pointer. I didn't know if he had both feet behind the line, but referee says he did. He makes 2, misses the third. Lopp with a rebound over to Lever. Scores cut 19-11. Lofton Thompson behind the three-point line. Crutchfield there too. Ball is intercepted, but picked up by Starling. Starling turned, hook shot, no good. Lopp tries to get it. Altman comes up with the rebound, drives up court. Oh, Altman using some foot motion there. Rogers with the ball, back to Rivers for three. Likes that shot, but he misses this one. Meller with a rebound. Meller back to Rich Rivers again for three. That one he drains, and he's got three of those on the night. Rivers with a hot hand from three-point land. It's 19-14, the Eagles. Crutchfield wants to try his hand at it. He tries, doesn't make it. Rebounded by Rogers, over to Altman. Altman drives up, passes to Martin, intercepted by Crutchfield. Crutchfield looks ahead, doesn't see anything, decides to take it himself. No, over to Lofton Thompson. Thompson up for two, it's good.
Thompson with a soft touch.
As you said, Frank, the transition game for the Eagles is working right now. They seem to be moving the ball real good.
Upper Dublin having pretty good success on those outside shots.
Rivers throws the ball off Starling's leg. It'll be Upper Dublin ball.
Dario Ray coming back in for the Eagles.
Sub for Upper Dublin is Kevin White, number 25.
Kevin White. I have to get him on my list
Three-pointer
here.
by Martin, no good. Lofton Thompson with the rebound. Lever looks, he takes it himself, and there's a foul. Lever shoots an easy layup, gets two, and fouled by number 14, Ben Altman.
That was one of those stupid fouls. Lever had the lead on him. There wasn't anything he could do. He had to just let him shoot it.
That's the second foul on Altman, and that's the second real touchy touch foul that's been called on Altman. Two fouls he might regret later. Lever makes his free throw. He has 3 points. Inbounds Upper Dublin. They had some sort of problem with it, and it turned it over to the Eagles. Lofton Thompson into James Lopp, fakes the three-pointer, goes baseline, stolen by White, but out to Crutchfield. Crutchfield into Lofton Thompson, and he makes two. Possibly a foul there, but the ref let him play. Thompson with 9 points. Altman bringing the ball up, full court press. They break it. Martin with the ball over to Altman. Altman to Rivers, three-pointer. He gets knocked down, no good. Rebound, Ray, out to Crutchfield, 2-on-2 with Lever. Crutchfield dribbles around, lays it up, no good, gets his own rebound. Crutchfield called for the travel. He gets up.
It's really great to see how Crutchfield followed his shot. When he missed, got his own rebound.
Hustle on the part of Norristown, but a traveling call as Upper Dublin takes control. Martin up to Rivers. Rivers drives himself, blocked by Lops. Crutchfield tripped up by Rivers. Rivers takes it back, three-pointer in and out. Rebound Lever. And the foul is going to be on Jermaine Martin, number 23 of Upper Dublin. Scott Nealman in for the Eagles for Ty Crutchfield.
I think if Norristown keeps up a quick pace, they'll be okay. They don't want the game to slow down.
They'd be playing right into Upper Dublin's hands. But right now, the Eagles control, and it's 26-14 as Lever brings the ball up. Passes to Thompson. Thompson looks inside to Nealman. Nealman has the ball. Dribbles out back to Lever. Lever looks for three. No. Goes for two. Back into Nealman.
Oh,
easy
nice
two.
pass by Lever. That's the kind of teamwork Norristown really needs.
Passing the ball, looking for the open man, going inside. As Altman brings it up for the Cardinals. Altman over to Jermaine Martin. Back to Altman. Altman to Martin. Martin shooting three. He misses. Rebound Lever. Lever dribbling up. Lever off-balance shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, but stolen away by Jermaine Martin as they push up, and it's 3-on-2. Passes it way over Lavage's head, and Eagles will take over.
It looks like Upper Dublin's a team that just is not used to playing a game at this pace.
That's right. They want to slow down the game, and the Eagles have nothing to do with that. Lever controls the ball over to James Lopp. Lopp. Ooh, called for the travel. Referee looking at his feet. Lopp looking for the open man.
Well, Lopp's not arguing with the call, so I guess he feels he did.
Rogers back in for the game for the Cardinals. Steve Rogers, a 6'4" junior. Altman brings the ball up, guarded by Lopp. Foul's going to be on Altman, an offensive foul. And that's 3 fouls on Altman. Cardinal bench does not like the call.
I'll tell you, they're going to be hurting if Altman has to go out of this game.
Jeff Huddleston, I believe, is arguing with the official. Didn't like that call on Altman. That's his third. That's going to prove costly later stages of the game. Lob to Ray. Ray, shots no good. Over to White. White with the rebound.
Number 24 is Brady.
Brady in the game. Rivers to Rogers. Roger to White. Off the side of the backboard. Lofton Thompson with a rebound. Controls the ball. He's got Lever on the wing. He takes it himself. Lofton Thompson has 11.
Thompson has such soft hands when he goes up there.
River. And that's Rogers.
And it
He's
looks like it's
fouled.
going to be a foul, perhaps on Nealman.
No, it's going to be on Darrell Ray, his first.
Oh, it's on Ray.
Number 0.
Number 2, Rogers will be shooting the foul.
Starling in for the game for the Eagles, and Omar Jenkins, number 3. McGee is pointing to the bench to report in. The Eagles are being a little laxed with that. Also, Jenkins lax with his uniform, his shirt tail hanging out. I'm sure the official will tell him to tuck that in. Rogers makes the first. Rogers with a second. Makes the second.
Well, Upper Dublin's pretty good at shooting their foul shots.
Jenkins controls. Looks over to Lopp. Now to Thompson. Thompson to Lopp. Into Ray. Ray muscles his way in. Puts up the shot, and that's good for 2. Altman brings the ball up for the Cardinals. Looks around, goes to Brady. Brady back to Altman. Altman to Brady. Brady to Rogers. Rogers dribbles back to Brady. Looks for 3. He doesn't have anything there. Back to Rogers. He's trapped. Over to number 10 for the Cardinals. He drives, no good. Darrell Ray with a rebound. Ray out to Lofton Thompson. Thompson dribbles up, goes for it himself. No, he dumps to Lopp.
It's a nice pass. I don't think Lopp was ready for it.
I don't think so either. Brady steals the ball for Upper Dublin. Over to Altman, takes the dribble, the shot, and it's good. Fouls on number 3, Omar Jenkins.
Jenkins' first team fifth.
Altman's basket was good to make it 18 for the Upper Dublin Cardinals, 32 for the Eagles. And Altman will be shooting 1.
Already I'm messed up here, Neil. I only have 16 of the Cardinals' 18 points recorded.
That's okay. There's another one for Altman. And once again, we're in this dilemma where we have a guy out on the floor with a number that we don't have on our scorecard, and we have to call him number 10 for Upper Dublin until we get a name on him at halftime. Lofton Thompson over to Omar Jenkins with a shirt tucked in. Back to Thompson, over to Starling, back to Jenkins, over to Thompson. Thompson looks, shoots, it's up, and it's good.
I think, Neil, number 11 is Kareem Smith, who was in their JV game. Or number 10.
Number 10.
Kareem Smith, I think I saw him in their JV game.
Okay, we got the word there. There he is. No, he doesn't go for 3. Brady controls the ball. He shoots a one-hander, and he makes it. He looked as surprised as we did on that shot. A running one-hander up through the lane. Lopp for 3, and he makes it. Lopp, unofficially 9 points. Meller controls the ball for the Cardinals. Rivers motions to come over for the ball. Brady Brady steps forward over to Rogers. Roger, turnaround jumper, no good. Rivers with the rebound.
Is that a foul?
We're going to have a foul.
Is that a foul on Lop? Let's see.
Yes, foul on Lop. Looks like over the back.
Foul on Lop, second.
It's Lop's second foul of the evening.
Dario Ray in, out of the game. Scott Nealman comes in. Lop takes a seat. Lever comes in. Rogers over to White. White to Rivers. Oh, stepped on the line. Rivers setting up for the three-pointer, stepped on the line, and Eagles will take over. 37-21, Eagle lead with 55 seconds remaining in the half. Omar Jenkins bringing the ball up. Jim Lever now. Lever looks over the court.
The coach is calling for a play. He's not calling for one shot.
Jenkins holds the ball till the defense comes out. Comes out. Fakes. Now he's out. Now he must pass the ball over to Lever. Lever loses control but gains it back and over to Omar Jenkins. Jenkins drives a little bit. Has Lofton Thompson to his left. Lever to his right. Lever now with the ball. Nealman and Starling also in for the Eagles. And Omar holding it.
I guess they're going to go for one shot, but the coach didn't signal for one shot.
Jenkins looks at the clock. It's winding down towards 10. Jenkins starts to play in motion, loses a handle on the ball. Nealman gets control. Over to Starling. Starling for two, and it's going to be running out the half. Brady controls for the Cardinals. White to Brady, and Brady with a football pass, no good. And the Eagles take a comfortable lead into the locker room, 39-21.
And let me just read what I have here for stats, then we'll call it a half, take a break. I have Altman with 5 points, Rivers with 11 points, Rogers with 1, and Brady with 2. And somewhere I'm missing 2 points.
That's okay, Frank. We know we're all human.
But surprisingly, I have Upper Dublin making 6 of 7 foul shots.
Okay, and for the Eagles, James Lopp unofficially has 9 points. Lofton Thompson has 13. Scott Nealman 4 and Jim Lever 3. Foul shots for the Eagles unofficially 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Pretty good percentage. The Eagles lead 39-21 halftime against the Upper Dublin Flying Cardinals. Voice of the Eagles. I'm sorry, Frank. Voice of the Eagles back here. Frank Winkle, Neil Schaefer at Norristown Area High School. As the Eagles lead the Cardinals from Upper Dublin 39-21.
And Neil, Norristown, the secret is to keep up a fast-paced game. I don't think Upper Dublin is used to the pace at which Norristown plays, and it seems to be working out well for the Eagles.
On the floor for the Cardinals, that's Ben Altman, captain, Jermaine Rogers, Rich Rivers, Rogers, and Ruda Lavage for the Eagles. Lopp, Lever, Starling, Thompson, Scott Nealman, starting 5. Martin over to Rogers. Inside to Meller. Meller misses. Starling a rebound. Excuse me, that's Ruda Lavage. Martin back with a layup. Lever inbounds to Starling. Lever controls over to Lofton Thompson. Thompson double teamed. Lever now with the ball. Over to Nealman. Nealman to Starling. Starling inside, loses a handle, gets it back. Shot no good. Rebound Rivers. Rivers up court for the Cardinals. Jermaine Martin. Martin out to Altman, looks for 3, no. Rivers for 3, no. Goes for 2, no good. Rebound Rivers. Rivers back up, no good. Rebound Lofton Thompson. Thompson dribbling up through the Cardinals. Thompson over to Lopp. Lopp for 2.
Nice pass by Thompson. You know what's surprising, Neil? Altman has been in there the whole game. He got 3 fouls early on, and they never took him out.
He must be a key part for that Upper Dublin offense. Rogers to Ruda Lavage, intercepted by Lever. Lever up with Thompson. Thompson gets the feed, and he's fouled by Martin before the shot.
And we still couldn't pick up a statistician at halftime. In fact, we have no student help tonight.
That's right.
Tony Koya, the head of our TV department, is running the camera. I think all the students are out with their boyfriends and girlfriends tonight, it being Valentine's Day.
Or they're home praying for snow, so we don't have school tomorrow. We're not sure. Lop with the inbounds pass to Starling inside, easy two. Altman brings it up for the Cardinals. Over to Rivers. Rivers dribbles. Into Rogers. Rogers for two, and it's good. 43-25. Bop over to Thompson, intercepted by Altman. To Martin. Martin pushes it up for the Cardinals. Goes for three. Off the front of the rim. Nealman with a rebound. Nealman over to Lever.
That's the kind of shot I couldn't understand, taking that three-point shot at this point in the game.
You have a steal and you throw it away with a three-point shot. Rudalavich working hard for the Cardinals, but it will be Eagle ball nonetheless.
But Upper Dublin was playing well, brought the ball down, and for no reason this guy takes this three-point shot.
Thompson with the ball. Out to Lever. Lop on the side. Lop cuts through. Lever to Lofton Thompson. Over to Lop. Lop goes baseline. Scores the two. Lop unofficially with 13 points.
Upper Dublin still playing that 1-3-1 zone. The Eagles now in a zone. Looks like
Rivers.
a 2-3 zone.
Over to Martin. Martin on through the lane. No good. Starling with a rebound. Out to Lever. Lever has Nealman and Thompson. Takes it himself. Drills the two-pointer. 5 for Lever. Rivers comes back. He looks to be fouled by James Lop. That's his third.
Eagles with a comfortable 22-point lead here. 4 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the third period.
Upper Dublin, they're division champions, but they don't look like champions right now as they're losing the Eagles by 22 points. And Frank, you said before the game it looked like it was going to be an even game, but Eagles have turned up the speed a little bit and it's not so even. Thompson with a steal. Now Altman with a steal. Outlet to Martin. Martin for two.
I thought he was going to try to dunk it.
I think halfway up he thought, I can't go for it, I've got to go for the layup. Lever inbounds for the Eagles. To Nealman, back to Thompson. Thompson over to Lever. Lever directs. To Starling. Crutchfield in the middle. Now Thompson. Thompson pulls up. Shot's no good. Rebound Rivers. Outlet to Martin. Here he goes again. He took the shot. Sounded like there was a foul there.
Yeah, I thought Nealman was definitely fouled on that.
Lever pulls up. He drills a two-pointer again. Lever now with
really
7.
feels good tonight.
Ball seems to have eyes of its own on the Eagles' end. Crutchfield defending. Now it's back to Altman. Lever on him. Back to Martin. Pulls for 3. Falls over the rim. Rebound. And there'll be a foul. Looks like it's going to be on
Starling, I think.
Starling for the Eagles. Altman to bring the ball in. He can't move, but he's moving his feet back into Martin. Back to Altman in the corner. Over to Rogers. Rogers a shot, no good. Lofton Thompson a rebound, and right back at him as the Eagles drive up the court. Over to Lever. Lever in and out. Starling blocked by Martin. Starling dribbles off his own foot. Rivers in the corner, guarded by Nealman, goes all the way in. He's fouled.
Another
again
foul
by
on Starling, it looks like.
Rivers started in the corner and drove the entire baseline to get that shot. Tom McGee calls timeout.
Eagles with a comfortable 22-point lead. And here come the Cardinal cheerleaders.
In Lady Eagle basketball action, the Eagles lost tonight's game 47-42.
That was to Downingtown.
And Downingtown is also in the district playoffs. As we look at the girls bracket, Norristown is going to play Chichester on the 17th of February at 6 p.m. Chichester, 21st seed, Norristown, a 12 seed. They play Downingtown tonight. Downingtown was a 19th seed. And
of course, the Eagles will be here Friday night, the 17th, against Glen Mills. The Eagles being the 7th seed, the Eagle boys, and Glen Mills being the 26th seed. Seems to be an off year for Glen Mills, but of course you never know with a team like Glen Mills.
Rich Rivers, the captain of the Cardinals, will be shooting 2 shots after the foul on Mike Starling. Rivers drains the first one. He'll get another. Rivers 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and the Eagles now lead only by 20 points. Lever over to Lofton Thompson, back to Lever. Lever looks to Crutchfield. Nealman cutting across. Open in the lane, no to Starling. Starling turns, shoots, off balance, 2 points for Starling.
Looks like Upper Dublin has tried going to a man-to-man.
And it looks like it's not working, but Altman over to Martin.
They tried a half-court press,
Altman.
that didn't
Altman
work.
for 3, no good. Lever with a rebound. Lever for 3, no good off the front of the rim, gets his own rebound, goes for an off-balance shot. Shot's no good. Rivers with a rebound. Nealman picks it off from him. Drives back over to Starling. Unselfish move there. Back to Lever. Lever dribbles around, putting on an exhibition. Brings it out for the Eagles. Over to Ty Crutchfield. Crutchfield up for 3. Air ball. Lofton Thompson with a rebound. Blocked by Martin. Thompson again, and there's going to be a foul on Martin.
You know, I thought there were a couple times there when Lever should have passed it off instead of taking the shot. He had men open underneath. He was forcing shots, and he could have dumped it off to somebody.
I think he's looking at the scoreboard and thinking he can put on a highlight show with a 22-point lead, but I'm sure Tom McGee, looking to the playoffs, doesn't want that kind of action going on.
Now, they had good teamwork the first half, and I hope they keep it up the second half.
Thompson misses the first free throw, gets the second. Thompson records his 14th point. Altman over to Martin, a little 3/4 court press by the Eagles. Altman double teamed over to Rivers. Rivers looks to Rogers, doesn't pass it, takes it himself, drives in, left-hander, no. Nealman now, Rivers pulling in on that one. Thompson
Nealman really making his presence known out here in this quarter.
Thompson with a crazy-looking shot, no good. That's Rudalavich with a rebound, ahead to Rivers, and now ahead to Rogers. Rogers thinks about it, dribbles off his own foot, and it'll go over Eagles.
Upper Dublin being very scrappy out there, but they just can't seem to get any offense generated.
Eagles enjoying a 23-point lead as Lever brings the ball up for Norristown. Over to Ty Crutchfield, pulls up for 3. No good. Rebound Nealman. No, over to Lever. Lever dribbles around. Once again, probably dribbling too much. Back to Thompson. Thompson looks to Starling. Starling for 2, and it's good.
That's what I mean by teamwork. Thompson could have taken a shot. He saw an open man with a better shot and got the ball to him.
Lofton Thompson, only a sophomore, a thinking sophomore. He looks to have a good future here. Rivers with an air ball. Rogers steps on the end line. It'll be Eagle ball.
Dario Ray coming in the game. Nealman going out.
Also, Omar Jenkins and the freshman, Joe Green, number 43, also in for the Eagles.
Joe Green played in the JV game tonight, Neil.
That's true. McGee giving his starters a little rest here, giving some other players some experience. Thompson to Crutchfield. Crutchfield dribbles in. Over to Ray. Ray muscles his way in. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound by Rudalavich. Takes it to Altman. Altman dribbles behind his back past Jenkins. Over to Martin. Martin inside of Rivers. Intercepted and off Eagles. Lofton Thompson. Upper Dublin will have the ball out of bounds. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. That's Rogers with the ball. Turns, faces the basket. Goes to Rudalavich and tapped in. 54-31 Eagles. Omar Jenkins controls. 11 seconds to go. Starts to play in motion. Drives towards the basket. Almost palmed it there. Loses the ball. Ahead to Martin. Martin has one shot. No, he doesn't get it. That's Rudalavich with a two-pointer right before the buzzer. And Upper Dublin has 34. The Eagles 54 as we see the Eagle cheerleaders making their way onto the floor.
Comfortable 20-point lead. 1 period left to go. And for these senior cheerleaders, except for the playoff games, this is their final regular season game in basketball. All senior squad: Heather DePiro, Lori Lester, Tammy Kane, Chris Montleone, Dolores Higgins, Missy Mazzarella, Mia Hong, Jackie Michelonis, Megan Updike, Tina Scott, Erica Smith, Amanda Bobb, and Jackie Fryer.
And it's organizations like the Eagle cheerleaders that make playing on a basketball team so much more enjoyable. And along with statisticians and managers, I'm sure the basketball team appreciates all the support that the fans have given them, and the cheerleaders have done an excellent job here at Norristown.
This being the last game, I'd also like to thank Conacelli Autoplex for our new scoreboards this year.
Conacelli, where it's a nice place to do business. Eagles with the ball. Jenkins controls in the final stanza. Jenkins over to Lofton Thompson. Thompson dribbles in, takes a shot himself, and he drains it. Thompson with 16, leading the scoring for the Eagles. Brady with the ball, over to Smith, back to Brady for three. No good. Starling. Jenkins wide open, jumping up and down, can't do anything about it. Lofton Thompson slows it down, loses the handle on it. Outlet to Smith. Smith is in for two, lob over James Lopp. And that's the first points for Kareem Smith.
And Kareem Smith played in the JV game for Upper Dublin tonight.
Smith getting a little varsity experience here. Brady on Jenkins. Over to Nealman. Nealman in an unorthodox dribbling roll. Back to Lofton Thompson. Over to Jenkins. Eagles taking their time. Jenkins drives. Over to Thompson. Thompson in the corner. Drives. Partially blocked by Rivers. Picked up by Upper Dublin. That's Rudalavich. Over to Rivers. Rivers down the floor to... Ooh,
in and out.
That's Kevin White. Kevin White with a shot in and out. He was fouled by number 55, Scott Nealman.
Upper Dublin Friday night will start the playoffs against Central Bucks West, a team I would think Upper Dublin would be favored to win.
It's the junior Kevin White going to the line. White makes the first one. The lead is now 20 points for the Eagles, 56-36, 6:38 in the fourth quarter. White with his second free throw. He makes it, cuts the lead to 19. Lever inbounds. Controls for the Eagles. Over to Lopp. Lopp looks for three. He does take it, and he sinks it. James Lopp, unofficially 16 points for Norristown. And the lead is back to 22 as Brady brings it up for the Cardinals. Over to Rivers. That's Rudalavich. Over to Kareem Smith. Kareem blocked by Nealman. Now to Lever. Lever looks to take a shot. Draws a foul. Doesn't make the shot. Foul be on number
You know, Upper Dublin's a good foul shooting team. I have them as making 11 out of 12 tonight. Of course, I wouldn't, as I said before, I don't want to swear by these statistics.
In most games, that would be very helpful for a squad, but right now they're down by 22, and all the free throws in the world aren't going to win a game unless you got the scoring to go along with it. Lever misses the first one. He gets the second. He makes the second one. And the Eagles break the 60 mark. Into Smith, back to Brady. Just about 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Brady to Smith, Smith to Rivers. From the corner, that's two though. In and out. Rebound by Brady. No, it's Kareem Smith. Smith, shot no good. Rivers up. Rivers no good. Rivers again. Rebound Starling. Nope, it's back to Rudalavage. Rudalavage to White. White puts it up for two.
There's a lot of fans here tonight for Upper Dublin.
Lop with the ball into Starling. And Starling will be pushed by Upper Dublin's.
Well, the way the Eagles are playing their zone defensively, I suspect scouting reports must have shown that Upper Dublin plays an inside game, and the Eagles are playing that tight zone inside. They've just cut off that inside game completely.
Indeed. Eagles lose the ball there on a traveling call. Brady brings it up for Upper Dublin. Off Lop's foot. Cardinals take the ball out.
Crutchfield coming in for Thompson.
Thompson with 16 points on the night, getting a well-deserved break.
I think that's his first time out tonight, isn't it?
I believe so. Brady over to Rivers, guarded by Crutchfield. Into White. White fouled. It's on Lop.
How many is that for Lop?
That's his fourth foul.
Well, with 5 minutes, 12 seconds left, Lop has picked up his fourth foul.
Lop, the 6'3" senior, has 4 fouls. White shooting, misses the first. Kevin White makes the second one, and the lead is 20 again. Lever up to Crutchfield. Picked by Starling. Back to Starling. No to Crutchfield. Looks like a hold. Foul will be called on number 10, Kareem Smith.
Eagles still hanging on to a 20-point lead with 5 minutes left in the game.
Crutchfield into Starling all
wide
alone.
Open underneath is Starling.
As a player, that's the kind of points you like to score. Right there, right, easy ones. Build that points per game average. Rivers driving baseline, no good. Rebound Starling. Starling looks up to Lever. Lever has Crutchfield and Lop wide open. Lever goes all the way himself over to Nealman, blocked by Rivers. It'll be Eagle ball. As the Cardinal fans get into that one, they like the block by Rivers. Substitution galore for Upper Dublin. Rogers back in. We have number 20, Bill Walker. Crutchfield inbound to Nealman, pulls up to Key, no good. Rebound Crutchfield on the floor.
Red ball.
We call it red ball, out of bounds on Crutchfield. It's Meller with the ball now. Meller, Brady, Rivers, Walker, and Rogers on the floor for Upper Dublin. Lever, Crutchfield, Lop, Starling, and Nealman for the Eagles. Over to Brady for three. Partially blocked by Lops.
Eagles staying in that tight zone, forcing Upper Dublin to take the outside shots.
Into Rogers. Roger looks, no good. Rebound Crutchfield, controlled. Dribbles up, passes to Lever. Leading the offense is Lever over to Crutchfield. Crutchfield motions. Crutchfield takes the shot, and it's good. A two-pointer for Crutchfield. Upper Dublin. Meller. Over to Brady. Meller looks. Back to Brady. Meller. Rivers for three. Can't make it in the second half. Rebound Lop over to Lever. He's got Nealman on the wing. Alley-oop, no good. Slam dunk. Second one missed by James Lop tonight. Nealman with a rebound. Lop up again for two.
Eagles trying to get a little fancy out there.
And it looks
Not
like
sure that's a good idea.
No, it looks like Coach Meade didn't like that move. He's going to a freshman, Joe Green. Rivers with a three-pointer, no good. Lever with a rebound, fights with Walker. And the ball will belong to the Eagles. We have three substitutions in.
With 3 minutes left and the Eagles with a 26-point lead. Some new faces coming in.
And it looks like Tom McGee wanted to get some varsity playing time for some other players.
It's Ahmad Johnson with the ball.
That's right, over to Dawad Johnson, into Nealman, intercepted by Meller.
Ahmad Johnson, number 52, Dawad Johnson, number 50, who also played in the JV game tonight.
Joe Green over to Crutchfield. Crutchfield pulls up for three, sinks it. And Eagle lead is now 29 as they start to pull away with 2:43 remaining in the game. Meller to Walker. Walker to Rogers in the corner. Looks for three, no. It's going to take a two. He misses. Rebound to Green, no. It's over to Crutchfield. Off Crutchfield, it'll belong to Upper Dublin.
Upper Dublin players are quite tired out there. They're just not used to a game of this pace.
Ed Goldstein into Walker. Walker over to Meller. Meller for two. It's nothing but net. Air ball by Meller, and the Eagles will take over with 2:24 remaining in the game. Joe Green into Ahmad Johnson. Ahmad dribbles up, guarded by Goldstein. Johnson over to Crutchfield. Crutchfield to Dario Ray, muscles in, turns around, shoots, no good. Rebound by Goldstein, pushes up court. Goldstein for three, no good. Rebounded by Ahmad Johnson. Football pass up to Joe Green. Green takes the shot. It's in and out. Dawad Johnson with a rebound, scrambling for the ball. It's Goldstein underneath the basket. Over to Rivers. Rivers all alone, going against Ahmad Johnson. He misses the layup. Rebound, Dawad Johnson over to Ahmad Johnson. Johnson to Crutchfield. Crutchfield pulls up. Johnson with the ball. Johnson's shot's no good. Rebounded by Crutchfield, and he'll pull the ball back out, trying to cut the time down. Rivers again, 1-on-2. He takes his shot. This time he makes it. And hard-fought 2 points for Rivers. 69-42 Eagle lead with minute 19. Crutchfield over to Ahmad Johnson. Back to Crutchfield. Crutchfield looks, drives all in by himself. Misses. Dawad Johnson up for two. Misses. Gets the rebound. Looks like it's going the other way.
And Upper Dublin players are just totally exhausted out there.
As you see Rich Rivers bending over with his hands on his knees. He's played a tough game. Played a majority of the game, and he'll be taking a seat for Upper Dublin. Goldstein brings the ball up. The foul was on Dawad Johnson. Meller over to White. White shot, no good. Rebound by Joe Green. Joe Green pushes it up to Crutchfield. He's got Dario Ray. He takes it himself. 2 points for Crutchfield. Possibly an offensive foul by the referee. Leaves it alone, lets him play with 45 seconds to go. It's Meller over to Walker. Walker pulls up for three, no good. Rogers with a rebound, puts it on the floor, should have put it right up. White tries to go up through the basket, and it's Rogers with a two-pointer. Crutchfield brings the ball up for the Eagles. Interesting situation there where the ball went up through the basket and that does not count when it comes back down. Ahmad for the three. No good.
17.8 seconds left in the game. As we said earlier, Upper Dublin won their division. They had an overall record of 18-5, which was actually better than the Eagles.
Controls the ball. Okay, Sydney. Now out to Daryl Ray with 11 seconds. Pulls up, no good. Dewad Johnson with a rebound. Gets some varsity experience, also gets 2 points. Goldstein into Meller. Meller with about a second to go. Walker, no good at the bell. And that's the game. Eagles 73, Cardinals 44.
And the Eagles look pretty good. Maybe they finally gelled as a team. There were a few moments there, Neil, where I thought they forgot their teamwork and did a little showboating. And some players, when they got the ball, all they wanted to do was shoot instead of looking for their teammates. But overall, it was a good win for the Eagles.
That's right, a 29-point victory. And we'll be back with the final statistics.
Well, I don't know.
Unofficial statistics.
Since we don't have official statistics, why don't we wrap it up here,
Okay,
Neil?
Frank, you go for it with the Cardinals.
I have Altman had 6 points. Rivers, their big scorer, 13 points. Rudalevich 4, Rogers 1, Martin 2, White 2, Brady 2, Smith 2. Excellent foul shooting for Upper Dublin. Let's see what I have here. I have them making about 14 out of 17 foul shots, which is pretty good foul shooting.
That's pretty good free throw shooting. For the Eagles, James Lopp had 16, Lofton Thompson had 16, Scott Nealman 4, Jim Lever 7, Ty Crutchfield 5, but I'm sure I missed a couple there. Free throws for the Eagles, about 75% free throw percentage, and I'm sure if we had a statistician, we'd have more accurate stats. Next up for the Eagles, they'll be playing Glen Mills here Friday as we start District 1 PIAA basketball playoffs. Frank?
And this is Frank Winkle and Neil Schaefer, hoping to have our #1 man, Jim Nelson, back from his illness on Friday night, and hope you fans will be here to see the start of the playoffs.
Good night.